Hello, I'm Arthur. In this episode, you will learn how to find love after betrayal, the path from fear to trust. The most interesting part is at the end. Let us watch together.
She had been raped by her uncle when she was 10 years old.
At first, I didn't even realize what had happened.
But how you imagine your ideal man, how he looks like, how he manifests himself.
Veronica closed her eyes. A happy, bright smile appeared on her face.
There are evil forces and demons in the world.
She had never heard of this approach before.
I have lost the fear.
What is true Tantra, and how is it different from sex? How to meet your soulmate, your divine partner. Encounter with extraterrestrials. How to get in contact with them. How do black magicians control the earth? The main weapon of the dark powers. How to deal with any life difficulties. Awakening hidden abilities and understanding the higher laws of the universe. The method of realizing any desire. Eco-village and the space of love. The ancient pagan wedding ritual and conception at the place of power. What a proper wedding should be like for a happy married life. You will find answers to all these questions in the new cartoon, Mystery, an Untold Story of Love. Here is everything you have been looking for.
One day, Alice brought her friend Veronica to Lyria's class.
Can you imagine? She had been raped by her uncle when she was 10 years old. And now she has bitterness towards all men and fear of intimacy. She can't get involved with anyone because of that.
Is that what you want? To start a relationship with a man?
On the one hand, no, I hate them all. But on the other hand, I want a family. I want a child. I want to be loved. But as soon as I see a man trying to get to know me, I immediately turn on fear and aggression, and I have a strong desire to avenge myself.
You know that this problem of rape is exaggerated in society. It is given an unhealthy meaning, and thus creates phobias and complexes in girls like you. In fact, rape is no more than ordinary violence when, say, a person is beaten. And, even in principle, it is not such a terrible action. In comparison with when a person is beaten, he can be crippled, left ugly for life. But no one makes it a psychological problem if someone is beaten badly. But when the issue is sex, people do more harm than the rapist with their hypertrophied attitudes. A child might treat it more easily as a simple beating, but adults themselves, with their exaggerated pity and lamentations, excessive emphasis on the tragic nature of the incident, create psychological trauma in a person, which would not have happened had they taken a calmer attitude to what happened. Do you remember how your parents and other adults reacted to the situation?
Yes, I remember. At first, I didn't even realize what had happened. My drunk uncle dragged me into the room, pinched my arm, threw me on the couch, and ripped off my panties. Then I felt pain in my crotch as he shoved his part in there. At first, I thought he just wanted to beat me up or torture me. He was scaring me with a knife, saying he'd stab me if I screamed. But when he started poking it, I screamed involuntarily. He gagged me with a pillow and then quickly let go and walked away. I saw blood and some white liquid in my crotch. I thought he had poked me there with a knife and cut me. I told my mom, And then it started. Everyone started oohing and ahing, feeling sorry for me as if I was almost dead or about to be killed. At first, I was really scared. I thought that if everyone was so worried, something terrible had happened and maybe I would die soon. But then, when they started talking to me, they started accusing men that they were all so bad, that they only wanted to do something bad, that they had done a terrible thing to me, that I could be killed for such a thing, that it was the worst thing that could happen. Gradually, I began to understand what had been done to me, and at the same time, I was being nurtured with hatred towards all men and fear that someone else might do the same thing and that it was horrible.
Yes, you see, my dear, people created a problem for you with their attitudes, created a tragedy that you have to live with. You see, there are evil forces and demons in the world. They feed on people's suffering, their fear, their hatred, and they are very happy if there are victims like you. At the expense of experiences and sufferings of a person, they find food for many years. They deliberately push people like your relative to violence. After death, you will stand before God together with him, and your uncle will be very ashamed of what he has done. He will repent and ask you for forgiveness. But perhaps you will also be ashamed before God for your hatred not only of him, but also of those people, those men who did not do you wrong. But everything can be changed, and instead of fear and hatred, you can be happy and joyful. Do you want that?
Yes, I do.
Then you should repent before God for your hatred and forgive this misguided man and all men. The others are not even to blame that this one turned out to be like that and succumbed to the influence of dark forces. Go to church with Alice and pray. Maybe it will not come out the first time, but go to 2 or 3 temples. And when forgiveness will be in your heart, then come and I will help you further to make you happy.
Okay, I'll try. Thank you.
And she and Alice, after saying goodbye, left the class. After a while, Alice came to Lyria and told her that Veronica had managed to repent and forgive her relative, and that she wanted to come again. The tutor was happy for the girl and set the day of the session. The next day, Veronica and Alice came to see Lyria.
Can I sit somewhere so that I don't disturb you? But I can hear you working with Veronica, because I want to learn how to help people too.
Yes, of course, dear. Listen to how it will be. You know, my dear, there are 2 parts in every human being, male and female. One is bodily manifested, and the other is not. Since you are a woman, you also have an inner man. That's you too. And in one incarnation, you could be a man, and in another, you could be a woman. The unmanifested part is veiled. It is in the subtle plane, constantly near you, and you can feel your inner man. Remember how you imagine your ideal man, how he looks like, how he manifests himself. Do you have such an image?
Yes, I do, but I thought that he could only be in my imagination, and that in life all men were bastards.
This image is your ideal, your inner man. He is also called Onome. Now visualize him again. The more detailed, the better. Imagine how he meets you, how he talks to you. He does everything the way you want him to.
Veronica closed her eyes and visualized her Onome. A happy, bright smile appeared on her face. Lyria Lyria continued to speak, gently guiding the development of their relationship with precise phrases.
Good, dear. Remember everything you saw, and now communicate more often with your ideal, and come to me again in a week.
The next time Lyria laid Veronica comfortably in a large chair and asked her to summon her ideal again. Alice watched Lyria's work with amazement. She had never heard of this approach before, although she had read many books on psychology. The tutor left Veronica in this slight, happy state until she began to come out of it herself.
Very good, my dear. Do you feel a change in yourself towards men?
Yes, I let it happen. I have lost the fear and hatred that used to arise even at the thought of intimacy or even at the thought of any relationship.
Now come to our Tantra class. Maybe you can meet a worthy man there.
At the next Tantra class, Lyria stayed close to Veronica and watched how she reacted to the men present.
What do you think of this man?
Yeah, he seems okay.
Come on, I'll introduce you to him.
The first Tantra session was a success. Veronica realized that her feelings of hatred and anger towards all men no longer poisoned her, that she was able to feel sexual desire for a man, able to admire and love him. She began a healthy relationship with Leonid, and the future showed that they made a good couple.
Hello. Do you want us to select a personal practice for you so that you can go through what the heroes of our cartoon experience?
Write to us and we will help. The link is in the description.
Do you dream of true love and harmonious relationships? I invite you into a space of transformation where the secrets of real love are revealed.
At our gathering, you will walk the path toward understanding your feminine and masculine power.
You will learn the ancient secrets of love and master tantric practices and ceremonies to attract a worthy partner.
Don't miss your chance to become happy.
Find our friends through the links in the description.